Hi, and welcome to this tapping meditation for anger and frustration. This is Sharmila Dikshit. I'd like to share a few instructions if you're new to this process. If you have heard this before, and I hope you will hear it whenever you need to tap out anger and frustration, you can skip ahead to the clearings. So find a comfortable spot to sit back and relax through these clearings. A place where you will be undisturbed for a few minutes. Remember, the deeper you relax, the better the clearings sink in. Breathe in with every statement and say a yes out loud or within your mind. Some statements may resonate or may not resonate with you, and everything is perfectly okay. Stay with these statements as best as possible. Keep tapping on the tapping points and moving along as I read out each statement. It's best to tap along to facilitate a deeper release from all levels of our consciousness. If you are new to tapping, please take a look at the tapping points in the picture before you begin. You could alternately just close your eyes and meditate on these clearings and allow them to release whatever needs to be released from your conscious and subconscious mind. The key is to relax and allow these statements to move through you as best as possible. So let's begin. Allow yourself to take a nice deep breath. Sit back comfortably and relax. Let's begin by noting down a few areas in your life where anger and frustration erupts. Think about something that just happened maybe today, this week, or something that happened a few months ago, maybe a few years ago, maybe your childhood. Something where the anger and frustration has stayed. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Just pick anything that just popped in your head and note it down. If you have a paper and pen, I'd like you to write it down before you begin the clearings so that it helps you proceed smoothly and with a specific focus in mind. You can pause the audio right now and note down the statements or note down the situations where anger and frustration erupts. Even if you have found nothing right now, that's perfectly okay. As we move through these clearings, let's start working on those areas together. So are you ready? Let's begin. Take a couple of nice deep breaths into the lowermost part of your belly through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. One more time, let's breathe in and breathe out. Taking a nice deep breath out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose one more time. And breathe out through the mouth, allowing the shoulders to drop, the jaws to relax, your eyes to close, allowing the belly to relax. Just sit back comfortably. And let's begin tapping, starting with the karate chop point. So as we tap on the karate chop point, let's place our intention. Even though I feel so angry and frustrated, I am willing to look at it and release it right now. Continue tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I feel this anger and frustration and it feels so uncontrollable and explosive at times, I'm willing to release it right now for my highest good. One more time on the karate chop point. Even though I feel this anger and frustration at times, and it feels very justified, I am willing to release and let it go. I'm willing to deeply relax and flow in my life. Let's begin by tapping on the eyebrow point, so the spot between your eyebrows. I am angry and frustrated with myself because. Allow your subconscious to fill in that statement, or based on what you just noted down. I am angry and frustrated with myself because. Continue tapping on the eyebrow point. I get angry and frustrated with myself whenever. Moving to the side of the eye, I am angry and frustrated with my body because. Whatever comes up is perfectly fine. We're bringing it up for release and clearing. I am angry and frustrated with my body because. Moving to the spot below the eye, on the cheekbone, I get angry and frustrated with my body whenever. Continue tapping below the nose and breathe and relax. I am angry and frustrated with this person because. Allow yourself to think of the person with whom you're really angry and frustrated at the moment, or maybe in your life for a very long time. There are no rights and wrongs here. Whatever came up was perfect for you. Continue tapping and breathe. I am angry and frustrated with this person whenever. Keep breathing. Moving to the chin. I am angry and frustrated with this situation because. Think of a situation that really bothers you. I am angry and frustrated with this situation because. Continue tapping on the chin. I get angry and frustrated whenever. Thinking of that situation or another one, whatever just came up. Keep tapping and keep breathing. We don't have to dwell on the stories or the situations. Moving to the chest, tapping on the collarbone. Whenever I feel angry and frustrated, I feel it in my. Locate a part of the body where you feel your anger the most. It could be on your shoulders, it could be your stomach, it could be the heart. Whatever feels like it gets impacted when you are angry or frustrated. So keep tapping on the chest or the collarbone. Whenever I feel angry or frustrated, I feel it in my. Allow that sensation to come up and keep breathing with it. Going to the armpit, keep tapping. Whenever I feel angry and frustrated, I feel these sensations. Allow the sensations to come up even now. Allow them to come up and heal. Keep tapping. Going to the top of the head. Whenever I feel angry, it makes me. Think of what it makes you do and keep breathing and tapping. Continue to tap between your eyebrows and go along the circle. Take a nice deep breath. I'm willing to take 100% responsibility for clearing my anger and frustration. Going to the side of the eye, I choose to clear and erase all the ways that this anger and frustration is stuck in my body and mind. Keep tapping. Going to the bottom of the eye on the cheekbone, I choose to clear and erase all the ways that this anger and frustration is stuck in my eyes, maybe the jaws. Breathe. The throat, the shoulders. Keep tapping. The heart, the solar plexus, the lower belly, wherever you feel it the most. If you're feeling it right now, that's absolutely fine. It's great. If you don't feel anything, that's okay too. Keep tapping. Moving to below the nose, tapping, I choose to erase and release all the ways I want to shout and scream out my anger and frustration. Going to the chin, I choose to erase and release all the shouts and screams that I have held on to and not been able to express freely. So wherever they are stuck, allowing them to just be released with every tap. Moving to the collarbone, I choose to erase and release all the violent punches and kicks that I want to give, but I'm not doing. All the ways that we want to violently kick somebody, hit them when we're angry, but you're just controlling that. Just allowing that energy to come up and move out. Tapping in the armpit, I choose to clear and erase all the ways that this anger and frustration has become part of my life and my thinking. Moving to the top of the head, I choose to clear and erase all the stories, the events, the thoughts, the judgments, all the people who I believe are responsible for my anger and frustration. Keep tapping. Going to the center of the eyebrows, I forgive all the people and situations responsible for this. I forgive all the people and situations responsible for this. So forgiveness being a very powerful way to release our anger and frustration that's caught within our system. All the ways we blame the people and the situations for our anger and frustration. Just tapping and let it all go now. All the people and situations in the past who have been responsible for my anger and frustration. All my family members, all my loved ones, my friends, my colleagues, my bosses, whoever we blame for our anger and frustration. The society, the neighborhood, the country, the world, the universe, our luck, our fate for our anger and frustration. All the ways we even blame God for what we've not got in our life or for the situations we are in. Keep tapping. Moving to the next point. The side of the eye, I allow all the unknown aspects of these issues to be deleted. Keep tapping. All the ways that I blame my life, my past lives, maybe sometimes karmas, our parents and our genetic qualities, everything in the environment that is causing our anger and frustration, anything in the collective consciousness, meaning that everyone surrounding me is angry and so I'm picking up on this anger and frustration. I allow all the unknown aspects of these issues to be deleted. Keep tapping. Below the nose, I choose to erase all the ways that certain past events in my life are replaying over and over, causing me anger and frustration. Moving to the next point on the chin, I'm willing to let my entire past connected to these be erased. Any and all perceptions, emotions, any belief systems, any thoughts, any desires, any fears associated with all these situations that have caused anger and frustration, I'm willing to let that entire past be erased. Moving to the chest, keep tapping, relax, breathe. Do not hold your body tightly. As relaxed as we are, these statements are going to sink in and do whatever they need to do. We don't need to do anything in particular except tap along. I choose to erase all the ways that I am choosing anger and frustration in my life again and again. Going to below the armpit, I choose to release any part that I play in creating this anger, any benefits that we have of creating anger, any ways I'm using this anger to my advantage, all the meaning and interpretation that I have given to my anger and frustration that might be recreating this anger and frustration in my life. I'm willing to release all of those parts that anger plays in my life, the ways I'm creating anger again and again. Going to the top of the head, I choose to release any feelings of desperation and helplessness that are making me angry and frustrated. I choose to release any feelings of desperation, helplessness, any feelings of being a victim, any feelings of sadness and hopelessness that are making me angry and frustrated from within. Like I never get what I want, or they will not let me do what I want. They're stopping me from doing what I want. This is stopping me from doing what I want. And that makes you hold on to your anger and frustration. Can we release all of that, please? Moving to the top of the head and tapping, continue wherever you are. I choose to release all the ways I become so afraid that this person, this thing or situation is going to get the better of me and I need to stop it. All the ways that my fears are contributing to my anger and frustration, can we choose to release all of that right now? Keep tapping. Going to the next point and tapping between the eyebrows, I choose to release all the ways I get angry when I don't get what I want. When my desires are being obstructed by somebody, something, my body, this world, life. So I choose to release all the ways that I get angry when I don't get what I want. Moving to the next point, side of the eye, I choose to let go of all the ways I use this anger and frustration to judge and punish others. That he or she deserves to be punished, and so I'm angry, and my anger is to punish them for what he or she just did. So I choose to let go of all the ways I use this anger and frustration to judge and punish others. Moving to the next point on the cheek. I let go of all the ways I use this anger and frustration to judge and punish myself. That I am such a fool. I'll never learn. I need to punish myself with my anger, otherwise I will never ever get better. So all the ways that we are using anger and frustration to judge and punish ourselves, can we release all of that now, please? Moving to the next point, keep tapping, relaxing. I let go of all the guilt and self-punishment connected to my anger and frustration. Any ways that I feel guilty for being an angry and frustrated person in the past, and I'm going to continue to do that. All the ways I'm using this to punish myself, Can we release all of that? Any ways we're using anger as a means to self-destruct, self-sabotage, to remain stuck where we are. All the ways we use anger and frustration as a means to prove something to someone, to prove your capabilities, to prove that you are someone, something that needs to be seen, heard. Can we just breathe, tap, 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 and release all of that? Not required. We don't need that anymore. All the ways that we feel that we've been like this for a very long time, or they've been like this for a very long time and we can't get over it, we can't change this pattern, we can't help it. So we're going to continue with the anger and frustration pattern. Can we just release all of that as well? All the beliefs that things won't change. Nobody changes. This is going to happen over and over. Can we release all that too? Keep breathing, keep tapping. You can give your hands a little shake if you feel like they're hurting now with all the tapping. Tap gently, don't hurt yourself. All the ways I'm using anger to defend myself and protect myself from others, from this situation, from the big bad world out there. All the ways that people are taking advantage of me if I'm not an angry person. So they need to know who I am. Otherwise they're going to come and take me for granted, take a big advantage of me. It's a big bad world out there. So all these beliefs, can we dissolve, delete and uncreate that, please? Take a nice deep breath there. Yes. I choose to forgive myself for forgetting who I truly am and forgetting who others truly are. I'm going to do this statement one more time. I choose to forgive myself for forgetting who I truly am and who others truly are. We've often forgotten that our anger is not who we are. Our frustration is not who we are. Others' anger is not who they truly are. So willing to release anything and everything that's stopping us from being complete, whole, perfect, happy, joyful, light-hearted, returning to our joy, returning to our light-hearted self. Keep tapping a little bit. Any and all remaining anger and frustration that may or may not have been addressed in this clearing, let's bring all that up. Anything that's remaining in our conscious or unconscious or subconscious mind that needs to be cleared can all come up now for clearing. Go to the top of your head and continue to tap for a few seconds right there. Can we place all the remaining anger and frustration that may need to be cleared right now in front of us? Allow it to come up. Yes. Place all of it in a healing circle of light so that it may be just taken away from you. All it needs is your breath, relaxation, and willingness to let it all go. Keep tapping on the top of the head as we do a little integration process. Integrating our body, mind, emotions, and spirit with all that we just cleared. Allowing it to really take a nice deep place within our body and mind. Enjoying the emptiness that comes when we release all that stuff that we've been carrying. So take a nice deep breath and enjoy this moment of emptiness. You can stop tapping now. Give your hands a little shake from all that tapping that you've just been doing, allowing the energy to just move out of your hands. It's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling to consciously work on our emotions that are holding us back from being the truly joyful, peaceful beings that we are. Take a nice deep breath with a shush sound. Let's do that together. Come shush the anger and frustration with me. Shush. Energetically moving anything and everything that's remaining. One more time, breathe in and shush. Breathe in one more time and shush, releasing all that energy. Wonderful. Thank you so much for being with me here